Here we go, back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, facing from the Goa Pirates is Krishan Rawat taking on Sylwester Hasny for the Bengaluru Tigers in the featherweight division. For the final instructions,
ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Krishan Rawat!
Here we go, introducing from the Goa Pirates is none other than Krishan Rawat. Makes his return to the Super Fight League. This kid, Krishan Rawat, I saw him about 5 years ago, alright? He was part of the Super Fight League reality show, which was a chance for a lot of fighters to come in. And tonight, he needs to use his striking. All that work he put into his boxing, his striking, he has solid wrestling, he take it to the mat, and moreover, this guy is a powerhouse.
Well, and when you've got that wrestling background he does, if he's able to get it to the ground and just use that strength and really control, just dominate the fight on the ground, and I think that's what he needs to look for.
Krishan Rawat has had a long history with the Super Fight League and looks to cement his legacy here tonight and make his team proud.
And his opponent making his way to the octagon, Sylwester Hasny!
Representing the Bengaluru Tigers, none other than Sylwester Hasny.
Now certainly Rawat wants to try and get it to the ground, but he has to be aware and make sure that Hasny doesn't use his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt and lock in that guillotine choke. Got a chance to talk with him a little bit. He said that's his favorite thing to go to, and especially if he looks for the takedown early, that's where he feels he has the best chance.
Now Hasny told me that he always likes to end the fight quickly. He's going to look for the quick sub as soon as he can. Here we go, tail of the tape. Bengaluru Tigers, Sylwester Hasny taking on the Goa Pirates, Krishan Rawat. Sylwester, the older, 29 years of age, both fighters weighed in approximately the same weight, same height, and Sylwester has a slight advantage in the experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, his style, freestyle. He weighed in at 65.8 kilograms, representing the Goa Pirates. Give it up for Krishan Rawat! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, his style, boxing. He weighed in at 65.8 kilograms, representing the Bengaluru Tigers. Give it up for Sylwester Hasny! Ladies and gentlemen, the referee for the fight, Lal Rosama.
Gentlemen, listen to my commands at all times. Let's have a clean and technical fight. Touch gloves and back to corners.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second fight of the evening in the featherweight division. Sylwester Hasny for the Bengaluru Tigers, Krishan Rawat for the Goa Pirates.
And Rawat's going to be looking not just for the win, but to finish it, give his team the lead. Right now they're playing 3 points behind right now, so if they can get a TKO, it's worth 4, a submission's worth 5, or a big knockout and double his opponents right now.
Yeah. You know, for the first fight was a great fight between both the captains, and Dhruv getting the victory there, gets the decision in his favor, brings his points, team points up to 3-0. Sylwester starting slow. That's a big left and right. Nice left and right there, Krishan Rawat. Bam! Huge slam. Guillotine, guillotine. Does he have it? Not yet.
You've got to make sure when you're going for a guillotine, especially from that position, you want to have it locked in before you try and pull guard for that exact reason.
Looking to get that takedown. Krishan recovered.
Straight to the mat. And Sylwester's showing a lot of power here. That's the second time he's been able to lift him. Like you said, quick starter.
Ridiculously quick start. I didn't expect it to go at this pace. He started off with a quick 1-2 and then straight to the takedown.
Sylwester's doing a great job of using his head to keep it pinned, and he passes to side control. He's looking for that that top crucifix position.
Hey, with your left arm, Krishan, you're going to work to catch yourself.
Taking his time though, is Sylwester is looking to clamp that arm,
Use your feet on the mat, bump to get that left side underhook.
roughing him up with some forearms to the face.
What Rawat needs to do is get his left arm in between him and Sylwester's face and start pushing it away, trying to create a little bit of space for that underhook, or start working back to guard.
He's turned around now. This is a dangerous position because this is Sylwester's go-to submission. He'll be looking for that guillotine. Nice knee there again.
I really like that transition, knee to the head and drop in for your double leg. So Rawat's doing a great job, or was doing a great job of trying to defend that. But once again, he is on his back.
You know, I was talking to Sylwester Hasny's training partner earlier, Sasha, and Sasha tells me this guy is a construction worker. He works 12 hours a day and then takes a shower and heads into the gym for another 3 hours to train. That's ridiculous.
And that's that type of strength that can't be learned in the gym. When you're carrying stuff for 12 hours, that's a strength that just doesn't go away.
Staying calm in this position is Sylwester Hasny, looking to advance.
Now Rawat's doing a great job working that underhook, getting on his right hip and right shoulder, but he let it go. He's back to holding onto the head, and Sylwester's doing a good job with those elbows.
Sylwester's got great top control, seems to be controlling Rawat at will. He's in a loose half guard here, and Rawat pulls it back to full guard. Great job. Looking to his corner for instructions is Rawat.
You see,
There you go. Quick body kick. Again, double. Bang. Good slam for Hasny here tonight.
that's the type of strength you're either born with or you're not.
Got a hold of him again. Look at that. Look at that back control. Let's land some knees. Big knee there again.
This is a very impressive outing for Sylwester here. In this first round, for 3.5 minutes, he's been absolutely dominating with his grappling and with that clinch work.
Sylwester with double underhooks here. He's got a body lock in this position. Controlling Rawat. I can imagine this position is ridiculously tiring, isn't it?
It's tiring. When you're fighting up against a cage like this, a lot of it's based off the arms, and that's very exhausting. Sylwester drops down for a double leg. Let's see if he can pull those knees out. Slam. Beautiful.
Number 4. Wow. Hasny is just manhandling Rawat so far. Rawat is in his corner. Dennis Holman giving him instructions.
Sylwester has been absolutely suffocating on top. You see that downward pressure. He's not giving Rawat any space in order to work those underhooks or create space to get his guard back. I'd like to see Rawat start to use his left hand to push on Sylwester's right knee and try and get his guard back, but you see some nice elbows.
Yeah, now Rawat's looking to attack from the bottom. Landed a couple of nice shots. Trying to stay active, threatening from the bottom. But this round has been all Hasny.
From beginning to end.
Keep staying in that half guard. That's a loose half guard. Constantly posturing up. Looking to land some strikes. He might be looking for a head and arm from this position. You can't really see.
That's going to bring this round to an end. What a fantastic round for Sylwester, and he barely looks winded.
Yeah, Hasny looks to be in great shape. He landed 5 slams in that round. That's incredible.
And when you're working 12-hour days in construction, even when the cardio starts to go, that conditioned muscle strength just will not go away, even when fatigue sets in.
Incredible.
That being said, he did use a lot of energy. It'll be interesting to see how explosive he is, whether he can close the distance the same way.
You can see this. Krishan Rawat tried striking him, tried to land a nice knee, got slammed for his efforts, and that was a guillotine attempt. Quick starter indeed.
See some really good short elbows from here, and that's one of the differences in pros and amateurs, that you can throw elbows, and they're great strikes from side control.
I love how he transitions between knees and strikes to takedowns instantly. He does it seamlessly.
And that doesn't give Rawat ever a chance to establish anything. He's always having to react to what Sylwester is doing.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, Sylwester Hasny for the Bengaluru Tigers, Krishan Rawat for the Goa Pirates, and round number 1 was extremely one-sided.
We'll see what Rawat does if he's a little bit more little tentative.
That certainly would be.
Obviously, those takedowns have to be in his head.
Rawat needs to set up his striking. He's got a powerful right hand. Head kick. Good job getting out of the way there. Oh, he got dropped. He got hurt with that one. You could see his neck snap.
That's 2 right hooks that he's landed, both of them clean. Rawat's got to be careful. He's going to end up flat on his back out cold.
Now he needs to avoid those leg kicks, because you know what? Hasny's going to catch it and dump him on his head. Takes the right hand and instantly pulls him out and goes to the ground.
Now what Hasny needs to do is start to get his head out, try and posture up. We can start doing some damage with punches and elbows. I'd like to see him try and pull Rawat's hips away from the cage, and Rawat needs to use that cage to start walking up.
I'm impressed here with Rawat's conditioning as well here tonight, because he was controlled all throughout the first round, and now in the second round he's getting controlled as well. He's not breathing heavily. He seems to be doing okay in that regard. But look at this. He might be looking for an arm triangle. He's going to look to scooch over to the other side. If he's getting it on the left hand side, he's going to scooch to go to the other side. But I think he gave it up.
And here's Sylwester starting to push on the head, create a little bit of space. You see those short elbows, short hammer fists. It's enough to stay busy.
Yeah, to avoid a stand-up from the referee.
And with those short punches, it distracts. When you punch and your opponent starts defending the punches, that's when you transition in your grappling. When you start grappling, it opens up punches. One opens up the other, and Sylwester's doing a great job of really fighting technical ground MMA.
Beautiful. Look at the way he just pass guard, open guard, half guard, and now straight side control. Seamlessly. Been very impressed by his grappling.
Certainly been a very impressive show of top control and grappling, short strikes from Sylwester, and Rawat's had pretty much no answer for him this fight.
Rawat in the start of the second round showed some striking prowess, landed a couple of shots, landed a nice head kick to Hasny. But once Hasny closed the distance, got into the cage, it's been all Hasny here.
Hasny's sitting up to that knee ride, lost it, he's back to side control, but he's working some nice short knees to the body.
Yeah, those pay dividends in a long fight.
Rawat's doing a good job of using the cage, trying to walk his feet up over and use that cage to his advantage. But he really needs to explode here, do something drastic, because he's had no answer on his back. He needs to just go for something at this point.
Across the halfway mark of round number 2, and a sight all too familiar. Oh, this is strange. That's very strange. He was working from half guard, looking to advance position, and the referee stood them up.
Yeah, it looked to me like Sylwester was doing enough. He was staying busy, he was continuing. But
yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, the action continues in the cage. Rawat there landed a head kick as they stood him up. Left hook by Rawat. Hasny's going to just close the distance and get him a nice counter by Hasny.
Hasny seems to be winning this fight everywhere. Whether it be on the feet, he's landing the more effective shots, and certainly when it gets to the ground, it hasn't even been a competition.
Oh, it's been all Hasny. It's been a clinic on the ground. Hasny staying patient. Rawat now lunging forward with the oh, nice left hand. Straight left hand again by Rawat. I like how Hasny is jabbing back. That is just textbook.
Hasny has 30 seconds left to try and do some damage, look for a submission, or maybe just stay in control, finish this round out, and take it to the third.
Hasny staying patient. They were briefly on their feet, looking for some ground and pound. As we have 10 seconds to close out this round. But this is just, I'm just super impressed by Hasny. This is just ridiculous grappling.
And you've seen fantastic cardio from Hasny. He hasn't slowed down one bit. He's been all over his opponent. And Rawat, with the exception of a couple of good straight lefts, has had absolutely no answer for anything.
But you know what? I have to say one thing though. Rawat is showing great cardio. He's not slowing down regardless of all those slams and all that control. So he's been working on his conditioning clearly. But that being said, Hasny it's been all Hasny all evening. A couple of nice shots on the ground by Hasny, ground and pound. You see, I love the way from open guard he still has the space to posture up. Now look at Hasny, not even breathing heavy.
He's been doing a lot of work, but he's been controlling, he's kept it tight. I really like just the downward pressure that he's had when he's got in there, but he hasn't just been holding him on his back. He's been effective with short punches and short elbows.
Here we go, third and final round in our second fight of the night. Hasny representing the Bengaluru Tigers, Krishan Rawat from the Goa Pirates, and Bengaluru Tigers currently leading the night 3-0. Oh, big right hand by Hasny. Another 1-2 by Hasny.
You can hear these punches landing from where we're at. These are some heavy shots.
Oh, here we go. Right again. Looking to sprawl is Rawat. He's got an underhook on the right side trying to turn him over. But look at that. Hasny's just got his hands. Gets back to his feet.
Rawat did a great job of scrambling, getting back to his feet. These two are trading leather right now.
Oh, nice straight left by Rawat. Rawat needs to be careful going to the side, going to the cage here. As you get off that cage, Hasny suddenly looking a little slower than he was after those two attempts.
Well, he's clearly still very strong, but that ability to move, that explosive movement just isn't there anymore.
No, it's not. You can see his takedowns are going slower. Rawat taking advantage of the situation here. He might be the fresher fighter. Clearly the fresher fighter.
And Rawat's showing a tremendous amount of heart after 2 rounds where he's just been beaten and bloody.
This is his chance now because this round is a long way to go. Hasny gets a hold of him, double, got his hands on. Rawat's going for another right. Oh, straight to the mat. But you know what? I think Hasny might be a little tired here.
He might be a little tired, but he's also on top. That's a great position to be if you're tired.
Yeah.
Just stay busy. Rawat needs to. The onus is on Rawat to get going, to get back to his feet, and to win. Because if he can't win it this round and get a finish, he is going to lose this fight.
In mount position is Hasny. Hasny's taking his time, staying patient. Roughing him up from that position, short hammer fists, elbows.
Rawat is laying flat on his back. He should be looking to get on either his left or right hip, start pushing that knee away, shrimp his hips away and see if he can't get half guard or guard back. Right now he just seems content to lay and bottom out, and that is a dangerous position.
That's a dangerous position indeed, because he's getting beaten up from here. And he's got 2.5 minutes left in this round to make the difference to try and get this stand, because Rawat at this point either has to submit Hasny or knock him out. And believe me, I don't think he's going to be able to submit Hasny.
And you could see the explosive energy and that quickness might not be there for Hasny anymore. The 12-hour construction days, that is the type of strength you win. And that's where Rawat is going up right now. And he needs to just forget anything else, start exploding out of here. He has to do something, or his team is going to, or he's going to lose this fight.
So far on the ground, it's all Hasny. Once he gets the mount, you can see how he's flattening him out, staying content. There you go. I think Rawat is trying to move his hips there. He realizes he needs to get out of this position, because right now he's just getting beaten up with these short punches. He needs to... Oh, there you go. That's the start. Elbows by Hasny.
He's not doing a ton of damage here, but he's staying busy. He's constantly striking, and he is just wearing Rawat out. And if he can stay here, this fight's going to be 30-27. 30-27 Hasny.
Easy. I agree with you, Harrison. But this is crazy, because he's just beating him up, and Rawat can't do anything. He's trying to buck his hips, but he's got such a strong mount here. And Hasny's content in doing this for the next minute. Oh, look at this. Good attempt by Rawat. He realized he's got to get out of here.
Rawat doesn't seem to know.
He's just getting beaten up here. Now he's just getting beaten up.
Rawat doesn't seem to know what to do from this position. He's just been on his back for about 2.5 minutes now and has never really gotten close to getting out of mount. And this is the importance of knowing the grappling end of it.
Rawat, nice big shots. I think Rawat in this position is just waiting for the round to end here, because he can't get out of this position. Oh, look at this. Oh, but he gives up his back. He's high on his back. And he turns in. But you know what? Rawat is out of time.
It's going to be too little, too late.
Rawat is out of time. He should have tried to burst earlier, but I think, like you said, there you go. That's the match.
Rawat spent about 10 seconds on top and probably 11 minutes on his back in that fight. I think I got to give it 30-27 to Sylwester.
Oh, definitely. Hasny takes this fight 30-27, easy. But great effort by both the fighters.
And you got to respect Rawat's heart. After 2 rounds of being controlled, he came out, he was still throwing hard shots, and you could see that fatigue starting to show for Sylwester, and he was almost able to capitalize.
No, you know what, but that's the toughness of Sylwester. Even though he was fatigued, even though he was tired, he took those shots like a champ, turned it around, found his opportunity, and put him down on the mat. But you know what? This is going to be one heck of a highlight reel for slams. I promise you. Look at this. This was all round 3. Hasny on top, a familiar position from round 1 and round 2, constantly beating Rawat up on the ground.
And you just saw excellent MMA groundwork, the control transitioning from guard to half guard to side control to mount, but also mixing in punches and elbows. When you do that, it's very distracting to your opponent, and it's hard for them to grapple and focus on grappling when they're getting elbowed in the face.
Very true. He sets up the transitions with the short strikes. The minute he starts throwing a few punches, boom, 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 Rawat's hand moves up to defend, and he uses that opportunity and that opening to pass.
Great sportsmanship. Sylwester sharing his water after what was a grueling 15-minute fight.
Crazy.
Come on!
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have made their decision. Judge Kevin scored the bout at 27:30. Judge Nitin scored the bout 27:30. Judge Prasad scores the bout at 26:30. declaring the winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner and the Bengaluru Tigers, Sylwester Hasny!
Okay, so that's crazy. Hasny wins 30-27, unanimous decision, like we expected. And now Bangalore gets another decision win, which takes their total point tally to 6. So Bengaluru Tigers now lead the Goa Pirates 6-0.
Yeah, so the Tigers have 2 decision victories, but what makes this scoring so exciting was that if Helen can come out in this next fight and get a knockout, we are tied. With 1 knockout, we could tie this whole show up despite 2 losses for her team.
You know, it's always the middle fight that makes all the difference. You can see Goa Pirates first 2 outings 0-0. Bengaluru Tigers 2 decisions, total of 6, as that third